From Kingsway Regional High School, Comcast Sports presents high school wrestling. This afternoon from Kingsway Regional High School, it's the State Liners of Phillipsburg and the Dragons of Kingsway Regional High School. Happy holidays, everybody, with John Vogeding. I'm John Mondelli, and Vogue, another wrestling season begins on Comcast this afternoon.
Another wrestling season begins with a very great big dual meet. Outstanding powers in the state. Phillipsburg, the state runner-up last year in Group 4, and Kingsway, the third-place team in Group 2 last year. Both outstanding programs.
Now, in preseason, the Gannett poll has Phillipsburg ranked 4th in the state, Phillipsburg 4th, Kingsway 5th. So both teams are loaded. Great teams last year and should be even better this year.
Well, I think so. I think there's a lot of intriguing matchups in the lineup. And, of course, we know now that the meet is going to start at 152 pounds, which might be a little bit of advantage for Kingsway. But Phillipsburg is tough up and down the lineup. They have very few weak spots. Kingsway is still rather young, so it's going to be an interesting battle today.
Of course, one of the strengths for Kingsway is the middleweights. However, that's where Phillipsburg is also strong.
That's correct. So, I mean, where Kingsway might have an advantage against other teams that are not as strong in that middle area, Phillipsburg is strong in that middle area too, with Post and with Fania, and they're going to counteract Villecco and Becker and Barber. It's going to be a little bit tough in there. And Leone, it's going to be tough.
Right, let's talk about the early season so far for these two teams. Of course, Kingsway in the Beast of the East tournament, good showing by Brandon Becker. He won that tournament last year, and this year he finished 3rd against a pretty good wrestler. So good competition for them, and a good early start for Phillipsburg as well.
All right, outstanding for Kingsway. I mean, they finished 21st in a team of like 64 teams. There's no embarrassment there. Brandon Becker got beat by Stith of Cox, who I've seen the last couple of years down in the Deep Creek tournament. He's a very good wrestler. I talked to Brandon a little bit ago. He said it was a Granby right before the buzzer. It was a good 2 points. He lost by a point. Well, that's water under the dam now. Brandon Becker, I think you'll see in the state finals this year. So he's got a great future ahead of him. Jared Villecco did not wrestle in the Beast of the East. He's coming off that football season where the Dragons won the Group 2 championship. So this is like the second match of the year for him. Phillipsburg finished 3rd in the Hunterdon-Warren County tournament, and they started off with 2 wins in a dual meet. Kingsway's only had 1 dual meet. They won against Deptford. So it's an early season matchup of 2 very, very good teams.
Should be an interesting match. We're going to have all the action coming up next after this timeout. Back at Kingsway Regional High School wrestling, the season begins on Comcast. And one of the new rule changes we talked about on our wrestling preview is starting at, just a blind draw, I guess we start at 152. And we already have our first lineup change, Vogue.
All right.
Justin Kohler
is going to wrestle instead of who we were told ahead of time.
He's going up against Nick Barber. Kohler's a 2-time district champ.
3-2 record this year so far. Nicky Barber is 5-2 this year.
And a sophomore.
Nick Barber was 4-2 in the Beast of the East tournament, did not place, but won 4 out of 6 matches there.
It messes up my whole system, dude.
Was Kingsway High School, coached by Jesse Castro, has a record of 66-15-1 since arriving at Kingsway. He's assisted by Brian Farnham, Adam Goldstein, Vince Layton, Bill Scanlon, and Jim Kling.
Kohler trying to get it on the leg. Nice job by Barber to fight it off.
He had a stall warning there also. Kingsway 1-0 coming in, Phillipsburg 2-0 coming in. Head coach for Phillipsburg is Greg Troxel. There's Jesse Castro, the Kingsway coach. Greg Troxel, a Phillipsburg graduate, 1990, 2-time state heavyweight champion, went on to play football at Penn State University. He's assistant principal of a middle school in Phillipsburg. He's assisted by Kevin Kane, a state champ in '89. For Phillipsburg, Mike Rossetti, a 2-time state runner-up for Phillipsburg and a 2-time national champion at Trenton State, which is down the College of New Jersey.
Bobby Weaver, the '84 Olympic gold medalist who went to Lehigh University, Easton graduate, is also an assistant coach.
So far, we're scoreless. 20 seconds left in the first period. Kohler trying to get the leg. Gonna run out of room. Nice job by Barber to fight it off with 7 seconds left. Of course, Coach, these two teams met last year. Phillipsburg winning 49-16. A lot of close matches, but Phillipsburg just won all the close ones.
And that's a Phillipsburg trait. Greg Troxel, we mentioned in his third year, was 18-5 the first year. He was 17-5 the second year, 2-0 so far this year. But a program that started back in 1946. In that time, Phillipsburg has won 667 matches, lost 209 with 7 ties in there. Phillipsburg's choice and chooses the bottom. You notice it starts at 152, John, but regardless of where it starts, this is the odd match. 152 is odd.
If it goes down to the wire, I guess that benefits Kingsway because they have Becker at 45.
Yes, he would be their closing wrestler. But unfortunately, there's a reversal.
So 20 seconds into the period, and Kohler gets the reversal. Barber trying to get it back. He gets the one. It's 2-1 now. 30 seconds into period number 2.
I'm saying, unfortunately, if it comes right down to Becker originally was scheduled to wrestle this wrestler, Justin Kohler. And if Phillipsburg has a put away, John, I don't think you'll see Brandon Becker in the match today. I think they'll forfeit to him.
Right. One of my pet peeves about wrestling.
And mine. But 14 weight classes forces that, my opinion. Talked to Greg Troxel before the meet today, and he's in agreement that 14 weight classes are too much. He only has 30-some wrestlers in the room.
Barber's got the leg. Justin Kohler is a junior. Barber's sophomore.
Barber battling hard.
Plenty of time with 35 seconds left in the period.
Barber pops his head. He's got a takedown. Kohler still has that. See, he has that arm in there. He's got that leg on that near side.
We're going to stalemate here, right?
Well, if they don't improve position, that would be the call. Stalemate call. There it is. Stalemate. Great job by Kohler fighting it off. What did they weigh in here, John? What were their weigh-in weights?
Kohler 144, Barber 151. 144 and a half, to be honest with you. There's Barber with a takedown at the end. Nice job, Nicky Barber.
Right before the buzzer, gives him a 3-2 lead. And he's going to take the bottom in the last period, and this is big. Phillipsburg either has to ride or they're going to have to cut him loose and go for the takedown. We'll see what happens. Freestyle start. There it is. You let him loose. You got to take him down. 4-2.
Nice job by Barber in that second period after giving up the reversal. He worked for that takedown.
Yes, he did. Great persistence.
Of course, we'll see his brother Mark, I guess at 140, unless there's some more changes. Go back to the center. 131 left.
And we didn't mention we have two officials out there. You'll see two officials. The one working the match is Joe Henry, veteran official, and his assistant is Dean Sizemore. Match of this magnitude, it's not a bad idea to have two officials. You're watching the wrestlers from both sides, so such things as grasping clothing or locking hands that one official might not catch. Right. With two, that should not happen. 4-2 the score in favor of Barber. Just over a minute to go in regulation. Barber in on the leg again. Kohler fighting him off.
Even if Kohler takes him down, he'd have to hold him down for the rest of the period.
Yeah, that may be difficult too.
Right. Best case scenario for him, take down in the last 10 seconds.
We
Barber,
mentioned, go ahead.
I was going to say, Barber didn't get a whole lot of wrestling time last year, but he's really started out well, 5-2.
Stalemate with 16 seconds to go, 16.1.
There you see the clock in the corner of your screen. Nothing. Big win for Nick Barber.
Huge, huge win.
Kingsway with an early 3-0 lead. And this is where we'll see what happens now with the lineup as Phillipsburg weighed in two pretty good wrestlers at 160, Mike Fania and Dave Post. Couple juniors. Kingsway is going to send out Jared Villecco. There we go. Here comes Villecco. Dave Post. Last year, Villecco wrestled Fania and lost a 2-point match. 6-4.
Dave Post 5-0 this year. Jared Villecco, who did not wrestle in the Beast of the East tournament, is 1-0 this year. Jared Villecco, 45 wins in his Kingsway career, 45-15.
Region 8 runner-up last year. Folks, we had a chance to see both of these guys since their freshman year. I remember Post with that great match against DJ Kama as a freshman.
There's
he has the early takedown. Post trying to hold on. Villecco trying to get out or get the reversal.
Got a neutral given. Dean Sizemore is now the official on the mat, and the assistant is Joe Henry. But a Kingsway escape makes it 2-1.
Post a pretty good student. He's 7th in the junior class. Pretty good in a Group 4 school to be 7th in the class.
Outstanding.
Post also a region runner-up.
Jared Villecco 23-9 a year ago. Wow. Almost a full house here, John, in the newly brightly lit, expanded Kingsway Gymnasium.
I'm kind of surprised that it's not sold out. It just, and I know it's 2 or 3 days before Christmas, but I really thought it'd be a bigger crowd.
Well, in a possibility that when the announcement was made that there would be no tickets sold in advance, that there were 2 entrances and you could buy the tickets here, might have scared some people from not wanting to stand in line, but I think they moved in pretty rapidly. I don't think there are any lines for them.
No. On the first period, will end with a 2-1 lead for Dave Post of Phillipsburg.
And this is an even match, so this is Villecco's choice. He defers. Dave Post is going to take the defensive position.
Last year, Post wrestled Tim Pence and won 2-0 at 152.
in this dual meet. Talked about the close scores.
There were a lot of them. Jared Villecco, of course, the brother of Andy Villecco, who had 92 wins in his Kingsway career.
Coach, you've seen Villecco now for 3 years. What do you think's his best trait as a wrestler?
Oh, I just think he's a tenacious. He's a bulldog on top. Tenacious rider. Very strong individual, so you don't want to expose your back because he can put you away in a hurry. I know we used to call his brother the Hammer in school, and this is the little sledgehammer that's come along. It's not so little anymore.
No.
Of course, his father, a two-time state champion. His Uncle John, a one-time state champion. His father, an All-American at Penn State.
A little bit of trouble in reversal, and he's now down 4-1. Nice move by Post. Go back to the center. Dave Post with a 4-1 lead over Jared Villecco.
Post wrestled in the state tournament last year. He lost to Chris Potetto of Hackensack in the quarterfinal round. He went into wrestlebacks and he won a match before being eliminated by that Ryan Goodman of Middle Township in overtime. Ryan Goodman, of course, is now at Apsagami High School. He was a freshman last year, now he's a sophomore.
He's going to be a good one, Boles.
Without a doubt.
Post in control.
Ryan Goodman was one of those fifth-place finishers for Apsagami in the Beast of the East. Of course, they had a winner in Brian Bridge, a runner-up in Jeff Black, and 3 third places in Goodman, Lamb, and Hammond.
Well, we finished 2 periods. Dave Post with a 4-1 lead over Jared Villecco. Villecco just coming off that football season where Kingsway was South Jersey Group 2 champs.
And that can definitely have a bearing this early in the season on the wrestling conditioning. You got a caution on Kingsway. This early in the season, wrestling is a different sport than football. There's a different conditioning process involved, and you're non-stop out there in wrestling for as much as 2 minutes at a time. Where in football, you get a little bit of a break. Here you see
nice move by Villecco.
Post, yeah, he's got Villecco in trouble.
Right.
Oh my! Oh, brother!
Bonus points, folks. We didn't even talk about that, but that's going to be a key in this match.
Huge.
And there was
huge.
That's big.
It's that split scissors or banana split, whatever you want to call it, but he caught Villecco not moving fast enough on the bottom. Got that move and applied it.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Back at Kingsway Regional High School, Phillipsburg leads on the team score 6-3 as we go to 171. Carmen Leone and Mike Fania, Leone a senior, Fania a junior. And Leone, let me tell you, Vogue, he is strong.
He's a bulldog. He is really a bulldog. Fania has a lot of experience. He was slow coming out this year. You'll see his record going into this match is only 1-0. He wrestled in the match against North Hunterdon, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Or was it Bloomfield?
North Hunterdon.
North Hunterdon. Did not wrestle against Bloomfield when Phillipsburg beat Bloomfield 57-15.
Yeah, he was a 13-3 winner. Picked up a major as we look at Carmen Leone.
Carmen Leone is 4-3 this year, 30-15 in his career at Kingsway.
District champ last year, finished 4th in the region. He was injured a lot last year, came back late.
Yeah, see, had a deceiving record going into the districts and the regional competition because of the injury.
Thinking about Williams going in Massachusetts, is one of his college choices. Maybe Lehigh he's talking about, St. Joe's, Villanova. He's a senior.
Well, if he goes to St. Joseph Villanova, he won't be wrestling. Here you see Greg Troxel on the right, the head coach. Former two-time state heavyweight champion. They may not look it now, but he was also a defensive tackle at Penn State University.
Slim down a little bit. That's it. I don't know if you can see him because he's sitting back a little bit. Rossetti used to be, you talked about him, but he used to be an assistant at Highland with that Ralph Ross.
Assistant at Highland. He was a head coach at Phillipsburg for 4 years. He was a head coach at Jefferson. Assisted at Hunter Central last year. He's a Phillipsburg native, so he's back home and he's an assistant coach. Says he's happier than anything right now.
Here's Leone. He's definitely the aggressor so far. Stalemate.
Carmen Leone went 4-2 in the Beast of the East. Did not place, but he wrestled 6 matches and won 4 of them.
His other loss to that Alexis Aquino. We talked about Alexis Aquino from Deptford. It was a close match.
189-pounder last year, slimmed down to 171 this year. His brother is doing very well in college. And Alexis is in for a great year, I think. That's going to be a tough weight class.
Leone with the legs, work his way up. He can get the takedown.
Hasn't got it yet. Almost. Almost. Nothing yet.
There's that strength you're talking about. He got the takedown. 2-0 lead.
Boy, and Fania almost got away, and Leone dropped right down to that single and got a hold of that leg. And now Fania is trying to sprawl out, trying to break the grip. If he sprawls out further, he'll get an escape. Here it comes.
There it is. It's 2-1. He's got to watch it doesn't get reversed.
Now he's behind Leone. If he takes him down inbounds,
they gave him the takedown. 3-2 lead for Fania. 10 seconds left.
And you see that where Leone dropped out of bounds, Fania supporting points for inbounds. And, you know, I saw it even up at the Kohler tournament. If the toes were in, they were giving 2. So it very much mirrors, there's a caution against Phillipsburg, very much mirrors the college interpretation of takedowns now. If you're supporting points and if it's only your toes or inbounds and that takedown is imminent, you're given the takedown.
We're going to end the second, or end the first period 3-2. Just some of the crowd here at Kingsway. Nice little drive for those Phillipsburg fans today. Of course, there's Carmen Leone's mother. We see in the bottom of the screen.
A little apprehensive.
Yeah, and Mr. Leone rubbing his eyes. No pressure. No pressure at all.
Tough to be a parent in this sport.
Come on, Carmen.
Phillipsburg's choice, and Phillipsburg took the bottom.
Of course, Carmen wrestles all year round. He was in, North Dakota, South Dakota in those nationals over the summer. We'll let him go, and he'll go right for the takedown. 4-2 for Fania. Out, Fania's going to get the takedown. He got it. 6-2 lead. See how Fania is on the top.
That is experience, John. He's been around for a couple of years, so. Knows what he's doing. Last year he wrestled into the state semifinals before getting beat by Brandon Becker 10-1. Dropped into the wrestlebacks and he lost to Scott Dorr of South Plainfield 7-3. So he did not place in the states last year before making it all the way to the semifinals, quarterfinals, before losing. He lost to Becker in the quarterfinals.
40 seconds left. Fania doing a good job on top.
Becker last year losing in the state semifinals to Douglas Stanley of Jackson 5-1, and then wrestling back and finishing 3rd in the state with a fall.
Stalemate
against Mangione of Del Barton. Antonio Mangione, who entered that state tournament undefeated last year and ended up third after Becker pinned him.
Fourth after Becker
Excuse me, fourth, yes. Becker third and Jones fourth.
Matter of fact, Mangione finished second his freshman year.
Another caution. But that one's on Kingsway. Phillipsburg had a caution, which was the second one, so the next one would be a point. And then Kingsway had a caution.
Leone trying to get out. Looks like he'll get one.
There's the escape.
7 seconds left, 6-3.
You spin behind and get a takedown and be big. They'll run out of time.
So Fania builds on that 3-2 lead after the first period. He now leads 6-3 after 2.
Kingsway's choice. Kingsway is going to select a neutral.
Phillipsburg leads 6-3. Started out at 152 pounds.
In our third bout.
Oh, this is a great year, by the way, for dual meets in high school wrestling. I mean, we have Kittatinny and Hunterdon Central also wrestling today. This is a Saturday. Friday night, Township wrestled Camden Catholic, and Camden Catholic pulled out a big win. Delsey, Washington Township, Northern Hunterdon, and Phillipsburg, a couple top 10 teams in the state. Just some great early action.
And then notice how Camden Catholic, Washington Township came right down to the last foul. It was 30-30. Haddonfield and Sterling the other night came right down to the last bout. This is backfiring on Leone here. If he doesn't get out of the jeopardy position, he could be taken down. He took neutral. Phillipsburg gets the takedown.
8-3 lead now for Fania.
That's huge for Fania. You know, the coach's jury's still out on this drawing out of a hat, John. I asked Greg Troxel about it. Of course, he's an old heavyweight. Not an old heavyweight, he's a young man, but he was a heavyweight in high school, and he said it definitely does take away from the strategy preparing. But I think he sounded like he was a little bit in favor of the old traditional 103 through heavyweight lineups.
And so am I.
Minute to go. Fania on top, 8-3. Probably unfair to talk about this now, John. We should have done it on the opening there. We were discussing it before we went on the air about what we thought today, and I thought that Phillipsburg had a decided advantage. I thought they could win by the best case scenario of 12 points. There's a stalling warning on Phillipsburg. 12 points advantage for Phillipsburg, and it could be as much as 24 to 28 points.
Yeah, well, we talked about just the way the two teams matched up.
The way they match. Phillipsburg warned for stalling. There's a freestyle start. Hasn't broken away yet, so no point is given. 30 seconds to go. Now they're apart. There's the escape for Kingsway.
Leone's got to act right away. He needs a big move now.
Well, it's 8-4, and Fania can defense that pretty well. Yep, Leone running out of time.
And that's what it's going to end up, it looks like, as they go out with 5 seconds left. It's 8-4. And gets the shot, nothing else.
8-4 the final. Mike Fania over Carmen Leone.
Now 9-3 Phillipsburg.
And Kingsway's a little bit of trouble, John.
What happens now? Should have Nick Boles and Derek Schisler, sophomore and a senior.
And for the Liners, Derek Schisler.
Of course, I think Boles was injured last year, so he missed a year, and it's a sophomore, 3-2.
3-2 with 2 losses in the Beast of the East. Most of these 2 losses for Kingsway wrestlers came from the Beast of the East. Nick Boles, as we mentioned, 3-2. He's a sophomore. And Derek Schisler from Phillipsburg is 4-1 this year.
Boles is making the move early, though. And it looks like Kingsway has been the aggressor in the matches early, even though they trail 9-3.
Well, they have been aggressive, and just a sign of the mystique, not the mystique, but the tradition of the Phillipsburg program. They are pretty solid up and down the lineup. They have solid moves. Boles in. Schisler battling. Almost a stalemate. There's the stalemate call by referee Dean Sizemore.
Schisler, we talked about, he's a senior, so the 2 years advantage, and actually it's his first year of varsity wrestling for Boles. He's taken down.
Last year, Schisler had the experience of going to the state tournament, which Boles did not. Schisler won a match in the state tournament. Then he lost to Jerry Rinaldi of Lodi, 9-6. Went into the wrestlebacks, and he got beat by that Ray Lamb of Apsagami.
Trying to set up the big move for back points here. We'll see what happens.
Cradle, got a near side cradle.
You can see the strength of Boles here fighting it off, though.
Got that leg. See, got that leg extended there. Boles does, trying to block the power move of Schisler. But if he rocks him back inside, he's going to get a backhand. He's got a back count now. He's got trouble now. Oh, brother. Oh, my. Oh, my. There's the buzzer. Near fall, 3 points.
5-0 lead.
Wow. He had Nick Boles in
They had a clock save.
very
Boles
precarious
there.
situation. Phillipsburg choice. They're taking a defensive position with a 5-0 lead. Schisler going, Boles going for his own cradle. And potentially dangerous. When you get on the body like that, John, your supporting points are not on the other wrestler. And that wrestler can stand up 99% of the time. The official's going to break that move for a potentially dangerous, because if you lose your grip and drop the guy, he could be severely injured.
We get a chance to see Boles work on top and see how he is there.
He's going for the 3/4 Nelson now. Well, not quite a 3/4 Nelson. Schisler breaks the hold, gets to his feet. And you can see Boles' strength there.
Go back to the center. We'll watch Schisler here, see how he works on the bottom, see if he's moving.
There's going to be a caution on the... Not sure who he called it on. Held the red wristband up, but I thought it was on the Kingsway wrestler, so we'll see. Usually the green is the home. Cross body ride again.
Schisler trying to stand up, see what happens.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the potentially dangerous part of it right there. Now Schisler had, why he didn't break it earlier, Schisler stood up, but Boles still had 1 foot on the mat until the last second.
There's the escape. It's now 6-0. There's another takedown. Now 8-0.
That's spin behind by Schisler.
See the experience of Phillipsburg coming out here.
It's oozing forth right now. The senior against the sophomore. Experience against lesser experience. Schisler trying to pry him over. If he pries him over and exposes the back, gotta watch the elbow or the shoulder joint situation. Schisler's right on top of it. Potentially dangerous.
A little bit later, Vog, I want to get into the schedules for these two teams because it's unbelievable. The schedule, both teams wrestle, but Phillipsburg especially. We'll get into that. I'm sure we'll have a break as we end the second period. 8-0, Derek Schisler. And after a big win, 152 by Nick Barber, it's been all Phillipsburg.
Got blood time, timeout.
Let's talk about that schedule. See that? I talked about this. And if you just go down to January 26th on Phillipsburg's schedule, at Hunterdon and Central, who's 5th or 6th in the state. Then they get a break with Bridgewater Raritan. Kittatinny, Absegami, and Easton, back to back to back. We got, what, 1 and 2 in the state, and Easton, who's nationally ranked.
Right.
Then they take a break for your birthday, Wanchong Hill on
February
7th, and then Paulsboro before they start the playoffs. And then you throw in there during the season, you know, Del Val, South Brunswick, Nazareth, you know.
Oh, they have a
Northampton.
very ambitious schedule because they're one of the best teams in the state. They were a state Group 4 runner-up last year. They lost to Absegami twice, and they're hawking around with a bullseye on them, just as Absegami will do this year, just as Kingsway will do in the future. This is a young Kingsway team, and if they keep the momentum going that they have, they could very well be right up there with the Phillipsburgs in the future.
Here we go.
Back point being signaled.
Boles has got to fight himself off this one.
He's in jeopardy. Oh, brother.
Especially with a minute 33. That's a long time to stay in that position, but he did a good job.
Oh, he fought out of it well. Fought out of it well.
13-0.
That makes it 13-0. You're 2 points away from a tech fall. Another cradle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Boles is in trouble.
Got the pin.
Oh, brother. 4:57, the time of the fall.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's all Phillipsburg. Back at Kingsway Regional High School, 15-3 Phillipsburg after a quick win by Kingsway at 152 by Nick Barber. It's been all state liners. We wait for the two 15ers to come out. And they're going to send out Mike Bray, 2 and 3. And Josh Rhodes, a sophomore, 4 and 2.
Mike Bray, a senior. Josh Rhodes, the sophomore. Bray with a 2 and 3 record. Josh Rhodes, a 4 and 2 record, 17 and 12 in his career. The 2 losses, of course, in the Beast of the East tournament. Momentum, of course, swung to Kingsway, or to Phillipsburg's side in this match.
We'll see that Ian Roncaroni, I guess, now at heavyweight with that move.
I would think so. Ron Caroni, another veteran, a senior who's undefeated this year.
This is one Kingsway's going to have to get and pick up some bonus points if they just want to get into this match.
Well,
Phillipsburg's going to be favored at heavyweight and 103.
right.
And then they have Torado going against a really good freshman, so
Well, the
the
jeopardy.
next 4 weight classes will tell a lot.
The jeopardy of this whole thing, as far as for Kingsway fans and for all South Jersey fans and the state fans, is that it could come right down to Brandon Becker in the very last bout, and Brandon Becker could end up receiving a forfeit, which none of us like. Phillipsburg is within a bout or two of literally wrapping up this match. There's a stalling on Kingsway, I believe. Green is usually the home team. I think even in dual meets, John, they ought to make them wear green and red anklets so I don't get confused.
Oh, I agree.
Because if green is the home team, that means the wrestler with a red top got hit with the warning.
Rhodes trying his move, but I think he's going to fall short and he's going to get taken down.
Well, if Bray gets his head out like he did right there, he's got to take down.
And one of those in the last 10 seconds, you don't want to give up points.
That's tough. That's tough. When you give up points that late, it's tough. Kingsway, or Phillipsburg defers, Kingsway's choice, and Mike Bray is going to take the down position. In a hole, 2-0.
You talk about, matchups and everything. Phillipsburg lost handily to Kittatinny last year. Phillipsburg beat Kingsway pretty convincingly, and then Kingsway went and almost beat Phillipsburg, or Kittatinny. So, it's all matchups, and this way, today it just favors Phillipsburg. 2-1 though.
I think that Kittatinny Kingsway match was like 29-26 last year.
Something like that. It was very close.
Two
or three
match.
points. Yeah. 28-26, 29-26, something like that. 1:35 left. Mike Bray coming in 2-3 for Phillipsburg, leads Josh Rhodes, who's a sophomore, and a record of 4-2.
29-26 last year in the state semifinals of the groups, and then Kingsway came back, took third in the state with a 45-28 win over Paquonic. You'll not see that this year, John. The groups are all going to one location, the Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton. And if you lose in the state semifinals, there is no consolation match this year. Nice move,
out,
but they out of bounds.
Kingsway fans don't like it.
Well, I think the call there was that the Kingsway wrestler, Josh Rhodes, got his man up in the air, so the other man's supporting points were off the mat. So the only supporting points were the Kingsway wrestler, and he went out of bounds in following through that move, and the only supporting points were his.
Right.
Had the other wrestler had his supporting points on the mat, he could have gone out of bounds like that and come back in taking him down. But if he has him up in the air like he did, and he steps over the line, then the supporting points are out of bounds, and you have to call it. Good call. See a warning here against Phillipsburg if he doesn't become more aggressive. Rhodes is being a little bit more of the aggressor. Oh, Bray comes back and ties up the head.
Rhodes tries to take the shot. A little short. He's got to watch that Bray doesn't spin around and get the takedown.
Well, they're out of bounds. You see the knee on the mat, on the line there by the Phillipsburg wrestler. And all of Rhodes' supporting points are out of bounds. Coming near the end of the period.
Second period ends, 2-1 lead for Mike Bray over Josh Rhodes.
Bray's going to take down, so Rhodes not only has to hold him down, but he has to work some kind of a combination where he tries to get some back points. If Bray gets away, then it's going to be up to Rhodes to take him down in order to stay in the match.
Then there's also that other decision, if you can't turn him, when do you let him go?
Well, you better not make it too late. Out of bounds they go. And Rhodes has to be careful here too. If the Bray keeps standing up, Rhodes has to take him back to the mat in a reasonable amount of time. Of course, there is no set time, believe it or not.
Rhodes picks him up. He's gonna pick him up, he's got to try and get him right to his back like that.
Yep, came close.
I give Rhodes a lot of credit. He's doing a lot of nice stuff.
Three-quarter. If he can lock that leg, that near leg, and pull him through, he can put him to his back and expose him. He's running out of mat space. He's running out of mat space. He's going to run out of mat space. And out they go.
Hey, Mike Bray knew where he was on the mat.
Got a minute 19 left. Rhodes is down 2-1, so he has to go for back points.
There we go again. There's a neutral, 3-1. Now Rhodes needs a takedown.
And Kingsway's the one that has the stalling warning, so Rhodes, or Bray still has maneuverability where
Rhodes very aggressive.
Oh, what
right
a
to
great
his back.
move.
He has the takedown. Now you got to watch out, Boge. Do you keep him there? You try and turn him for a few seconds. Do you let him go? You don't want him to escape.
Well, 45 seconds ago, I think he was controlling him before. Trying to work that 3/4 again. To keep that near side leg tied up will be all right.
There's the noise I was waiting for all match. Kingsway fans waking up a little bit as Rhodes doing his best on top. Rhodes trying to turn him, 25 seconds left.
Got that near side cradle. Here comes the exposure, just missed it.
He's got to watch, he's running out of space again on the mat.
He's got to pull him back in, turning back in.
There he goes, he's trying, but he's got to watch he doesn't get sloppy and the other guy gets out.
They're going to go out of bounds in a second. Out of bounds.
We might see overtime, Vogue, and then we can get into that overtime rule.
6.6 seconds. Now you got to hold him down. Now Rhodes can only do one thing. It's hold his man down. Oh my.
Stood up.
Uh-oh.
Did they give him the escape?
Oh my.
We're waiting for this call. What happened here?
There's
overtime.
Still had the bear hug on. Still had the locked hands. So now we go overtime. And
Which is now 1 minute.
1 minute overtime. 1 minute. And if it goes into the sudden death, Phillipsburg will have the choice in a sudden death because the tiebreaker, because they got the first points of the match. They got the takedown.
That's the new rule.
So it's 3-3 right here. If there's no scoring in this period, Phillipsburg will have the choice in the 30-second tiebreaker. So Rhodes has to be the aggressor here. He has to go after the takedown, or he's going to ride his man in the tiebreaker.
Well, either way, Vogue, I like Rhodes here because he's done a good job on top. And the other thing, he's been the most aggressive guy in this match, and I like his chances. Of course, I spoke too soon because Gray's in on the leg.
Oh my!
He's got to get the takedown.
Back
It's
point.
over.
It's over.
What do I know, Vogue?
That's actually 7-3 because he got a takedown and he got 2 points near fall. So 7-3 was the final.
18-3 is the team score now.
Overtime.
Phillipsburg showing you why the tradition gives them one of the best programs in the state.
For the Dragons, Matt Stiefel, and for the Liners,
Okay, a slight lineup change. Matt Stiefel, Stiefel. 0-1 this year. He's going to wrestle.
And of course, he has Ron Caroni, a veteran who's 4-0. He's a senior. Stiefel is a sophomore. Definitely the advantage in Phillipsburg's corner in this juncture. Ron Caroni spins behind, gets a takedown.
Wrestling with his head. Ron Caroni, by the way, Coach, a 14.30 on his SAT. He's going to Princeton.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think I got 14.40 on my SATs.
Well, that was, no, it's you and me combined.
Well,
or the 2 times you took them.
The 2 times I took them, we added it up.
Our spotter's saying the 3 times you took them, but I'm not going to let him get away with that. 2-0 Ron Caroni. 50 seconds into period number 1. Phillipsburg leads 18-3. We're at the heavyweight. If you just joined us, we started at 152. And there's Stiefel in a lot of trouble.
Oh my. Oh boy. Got that cradle. Oh brother. Cradle.
(24-3) Phillipsburg. We'll take a break. Come back to 103. Back at Kingsway Regional High School, it's all Phillipsburg. They lead 24-3 as we go to 103 pounds. Sophomore Nick Gamber for Kingsway and the sophomore Robert All, 4-0 for Phillipsburg.
John, with the remaining weight classes, if Kingsway were to win every weight class with a decision, they could win 27-24. So it doesn't look good. They can't make any more mistakes from here on out. Every time they give up bonus points now, they'd have to get bonus points back. Phillipsburg in deep. Phillipsburg with the 2.
Of course, we saw all last year, his freshman year. He wrestled Paulsboro on that dual meet we covered on Comcast.
Beat that David Smith in overtime.
Yes, he did. A lot of heart, they told me.
Oh my, look at this tilt coming up. Oh my. Oh my. Going to see near fall points here.
4-0. Both wrestlers weighing in right at 103. This is one of those weight classes I would do away with, Vogue. I'd start at 106.
Well, I know one thing, and we said it on the program. There's a nice move by Kingsway. There's Peterson. Has he got it yet? Has he got it? All still in control. There's the Peterson. He had to lock up that exposure.
He's got to look out.
He's got back point. He got 1 count. All he got was a 1 count. Oh my, there's a reversal. Oh brother, Gamber's in trouble. Gamber's in trouble.
Done. Pin.
Oh brother.
$30-3. Here we go. We can see that's freshman Brandon Stillo. 5-1 for Phillipsburg. Lou Torado, a junior. Torado 3-2.
3-2 because he went 2-2 in the Beast of the East. 48 career wins for Louis Torado. 48-22 his career record. Of course, in the past, when we've televised Kingsway, we've mentioned that his dad was quite a wrestler for Kingsway. 78-14-2 in his career. 3 times in the district finals.
Sometimes you hear about freshmen, and Still is one of those guys, but Torado was just like a Tasmanian devil.
He's very determined. Very determined.
Last year, Torado wrestled pin Mark Mecca in 42 seconds.
Torado looks like a wrestler, John, right from the get-go.
A little bit of trouble, though. I talked about Stillo. His brothers wrestled at Phillipsburg. He's following them.
Torado fighting right back, though. Gets his reversal. 2-2. Brandon Stillo's brother, I think it was Frank, wrestled so well for Phillipsburg.
He always caught that Greg Cross, I believe, when we did the Paulsboro matches.
Yes.
Torado on top, 2-2.
Well, boy, Phillipsburg, after losing that opening bout at 152 pounds, has just rolled 6 consecutive wins, 30-3 lead.
And the pins, I mean, last year there were some pins, but there was also some close matches, and we're not getting that today.
Bonus points are big, very big. 4 pins for Phillipsburg.
Torado's still in control.
Great move by Stillo, standing switch, and he got 2 points right at the buzzer. Got control right at the buzzer. Gives him a 4-2 lead going into the second period.
Torado starts on top. Here's the escape, 5-2 lead now for Stillo.
Mentioned that his dad wrestled Kingsway with 78-14-2 in his career. He lost, he won in the 82 districts by beating Sal Marchese of Delsey 7-2. He lost by fall to John Sakal in 83 in a minute and 52nd fall. The decision, Jason Suter 11-10 in 1984, and in the Region 8 final he beat Jason Suter 11-5. It's interesting that year, Lou Tirado Sr. was all South Jersey because he beat Jason Suter 2 times, district final and regional final, and yet Suter ended up second in the state that year.
I remember that.
Was the all-time win leader in Kingsway history is Matt Hoover, who had 93 wins. That ties him for 138th in total wins in South Jersey, John, believe it or not.
That record's going to be broken this year by a junior. Under a minute left in period number 2.
Tirado in. Can he finish it?
It's a stalemate.
Yeah, still much more than a freshman out there, John. That's not an ordinary freshman.
Right. Last night I was at a wrestling match and people were asking me, and I told them about this still. Look at, oh, he's just a freshman. And sometimes you're just not a freshman. There's some kids that, you know, the savvy, and they've been on the mat their whole life. And
Joey Melchiori was that way. Matt Suter was that way. Tom Curl was that way.
I told you that about Becker when I first saw him. His first high school match.
Yes, you did.
And some kids, I mean, and with the midget program, they've been through it a lot. And granted, this is a little different atmosphere than the midgets, but some kids can just come out here and dominate.
Yeah, some handle that transition from the youth wrestling ranks into the high school ranks, but you know, I just wish they would go back to taking the pressure off the kids. There's a certain element that can handle that. Brandon Becker's, maybe the Joey Melchiori's, the Matt Suters can handle that. That's their cup of tea. They enjoy the sport that much. Brandon Becker had a great football season too.
Right.
He and Jared Villecco in that secondary for Kingsway were mighty mites back there.
Big takeout for Tirado if he can get it under 20 seconds left in the period.
He's got it.
He's got his man in a little bit of trouble.
He's got back points coming. He's got back points coming. Keep his head in the ribs.
Looks like he has 2.
Yeah, he's got at least 2, but he lost that closeness of the hold.
Nice move.
Near fall, 2 points and a 5-4 lead.
6-5 lead.
6-5 lead entering the third period.
That just changes the complexion a little bit. Now we'll see what Stillo does if he lets him go.
It's a big 4-point move for Tirado.
No in the last 20 seconds. A lot of late scoring.
Nice move by Tirado.
Not yet.
Not yet. There it is.
Got it. 8-5. 8-6.
Tasmanian Devil, huh?
That's what he looks like. Just going out there, I mean, just attacking nonstop. Looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. He has to be aggressive, which he is. He's going to continue to be aggressive. Stillo trying to spin behind. Tirado getting that leg, if he can pull it in, step across. Oh, brother, Stillo not giving up easily here at all.
50 seconds left.
Great future for Stillo.
Nice job, though. See, Tirado has the leg. That's the key here.
And never gave up on that. He held that leg. He just never gave up on it.
And the key for Tirado is the clock is running. Look for a stalemate, maybe?
There it is.
There you go. 20 seconds.
Yeah, when they can't increase that advantage, that's a fair thing to do.
No, with the team trailing 30-3, give Torado a lot of credit because 20 seconds left in the second period. He was down 5-2. Picked up that big 4-point move, now leads 8-6. Still trying for the takedown late.
Nice move by Torado.
7 seconds.
Yeah, see, with a lead like that, he can afford to be that kind of in a position where he can go for the throw in a defensive posture. He doesn't have to be overly aggressive here. All he has to do is stay active, and that's what he's doing.
Nice job, Lou Torado coming back after trailing.
Well, that stopped the bleeding momentarily.
30-6. We'll take a break, we'll come back.
Wrestling 119 pounds.
Back at Kingsway Regional High School, Phillipsburg leads 30-6. Big win by Kingsway to stop the bleeding. Right now, 119 pounds. Trevor Duddy is a senior, 2-1. Tim Geary, a junior, he's 1-2.
And of course, the 2 losses again. We'll repeat ourselves, but they were in the Beast of the East, both losses. Wrestled a little bit last year, so he's like 6-5 in his career. Duddy, the experienced wrestler, gets the takedown.
And the crowd's a little quiet right now. But that last match is a little exciting.
Yes, it was.
Of course, Kingsway has a long season to go. Of course, their big local schedule in the middle of January, where they have Washington Township, Clearview, and Paulsboro in the same week.
Quite a menu.
Frick Memorial Tournament. They also have Hunterdon Central on the schedule. And always that match at the end of the year against Delsey, probably for the Royal Division.
Yes.
Of course, Clearview's going to have something to say about that.
Got back points coming here. Oh my. If he pulls him in bounds.
He's trying to bring him back in.
Yeah, Gary could be in deep trouble. He's already got back points in his favor. Oh my. Great job by Gary fighting off, but there's 3 points more. Near fall.
5-0.
Oh, brother.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of the Paulsboro coaches, Paulsboro wrestlers here today, and got to be pretty impressive what they're seeing from Phillipsburg.
You got a caution on Kingsway, I believe.
Of course, Paulsboro wrestles both of those schools.
Yes.
16 seconds left in period number 1. It's all Trevor Duddy at 119 pounds. And it looks like he's going to end the period with that 5-0 lead.
Mentioned at the top of the show the impressive record that Jesse Castro has had. He wrestled in high school in California at Santa Clara. He was a regional and state place winner out there. Wrestled at Liberty College. Was a 4-time National Christian College champion. He wrestled with Steve Isles in college. Was a freestyle All-American. Wrestled overseas in Russia, Korea, Czechoslovakia, South America, and Japan. Was an assistant coach at Liberty for a couple of years. Then he went on to be the head coach at Norwich University up in Vermont. Took a fledgling, you see, a 2-point move.
It's now 7-0.
Faltering Division III program and moved it into a national ranked program. Since he's been at Kingsway, they've been Group 2 state champs. They've been Group 2 finalists. They've been a Group 2 third place in the state. Been conference champs 3 times. And he has a 66-15-1 record going into this match.
And he's also the coach of the team with the best uniforms in South Jersey.
Oh my.
Yeah, here we go again. Nice move by Geary. Duddy trying to fight it off though.
Well, you get a neutral.
7-1. I guess the one thing about the coin toss, Vogue, is where the heavyweights didn't get a chance to wrestle a lot because there was a lot of forfeits at the end of matches. Now everybody will get that chance to pick up a forfeit win, huh?
Yes. And
not that I'm in favor of that, but
no.
I mean,
the big thing is in the coin toss is that you have to know all the variables of your lineup now. You have to know exactly where you can make moves. Like we saw at the beginning of this match, here see a takedown by Phillipsburg.
9-1 lead.
But with the match starting at 152 today, we were expecting two certain wrestlers out there, and we saw a move right off the bat with Justin Kohler being put into the lineup in place of a less experienced wrestler. And even though Justin Kohler lost to Nicky Barber, that set in motion any move that they could make. They made a move at that point, and then they picked up momentum with Post winning and Fania winning and Schisler winning, Bray, Ron Caroni, all.
Yeah. But it's a good move on Phillipsburg's part because you're not going to beat Becker.
No.
Right?
I don't think so. I don't think I have somebody on the lineup that can beat Becker myself.
Maybe they send a couple of guys out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got that, huh? I was waiting for a reaction. In the third period, 30-6 Phillipsburg on the team scoreboard. 9-1, make it 10-1 now.
Because of the escape. Who did Duddy wrestle last year in the building?
I will get that out for you while you're watching the match. Duddy beat Joe Leone, who's not with the team today, 4-2. So that was one of those close matches that Phillipsburg won.
And their takedown, that's 12-1. That's a 11-point differential. 4 more points and you're in tech fall territory.
Silence the crowd.
Stalling warning.
1 minute left. All done shopping for Christmas, Vogue?
Well, not quite, but Elizabeth does most of the shopping anyway, so.
Of course, we're in the middle of the holidays now, between Christmas and New Year, but of course we're taping this before.
So therefore, I could really say see another takedown and making it 14-1.
14-3.
3. I'm sorry.
Okay, but Duddy right back in again.
Yep.
Got to unhook that leg.
Uh-oh.
He's setting us up for the
Jeopardy
big one.
here. Oh my. Oh my. May run out of time, but he sinks his head in there and rocks him back and holds him. Oh, brother. Oh my.
Fury doing a nice job to fight this off. He'll give up 3 back points and lose 17-3, give up 14 points. And it's now 34-6.
Oh, brother. But more bonus points.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go to 125. Craig Trainer, it looks like it's going to be a sophomore who's 1-0 for Kingsway, and Dan Buss, a senior, who's 5-0. But we'll wait and see if that's what we get. Yep. Trainer. It's a nice 1-2 punch with a couple seniors at 19 and 25 with Duddy and Buss.
Well, and the situation now means that with 5 matches remaining, including this one, Kingsway would have to pin out to win the meet. So if Phillipsburg wins this bout, meet is clinched.
Right. And you got to think you're favored here.
34-6 is the score at this point.
I thought it was 34-6 because it was a 4-point decision.
That's what I thought.
We're checking over at the scoreboard. It's a mistake. Yeah, the scoreboard's wrong.
We had 17-3 as a final, right?
Right.
And that's a
I don't think they called it a tech ball.
14-point differential. It's a 2-point takedown.
2-0 for Bus. And everybody else is checking the scorebooks over at the paper, so I think everybody else is doing the same thing.
Of course, the media out in full force here. John, you have Jason Nark from the Courier Post here. You have Tom McGurk from the Enquirer, former Courier Post wrestling writer. John Belinsky here stringing for the Newark Star-Ledger.
Bill Evans, Gloucester County Times.
Mr. Evans. Unfortunately, all they're going to be able to write about is the power of Phillipsburg and maybe the future of Kingsway, because they certainly are young enough to come back from all of this.
Yeah, if you look at their lineup, not many seniors in it, so. I think 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too bad. Or 1, I think, because Reebok didn't wrestle. I think Leone might be the only senior.
Yeah, you're right, Carmen Leone. Everybody else is an underclassman. Well, and if you profit from this, it could be a great future.
Well, you know, Voj, it's a non-conference loss. They still have the conference title to take a shot at. They're still Group 2.
The conference and the groups. I mean, there's no disgrace in wrestling one of the best teams in the state, and this is what can happen when you get the right matchups. Because Kingsway certainly did dominate Deptford the other night in a dual meet, so that's what they have to feed on. Scoreboard's still showing 35-6, and I'm puzzled.
Well, we're going to go double check that, so. We get to start the second period with a 2-0 lead for Bus. Just a 2-0 lead, but he's been in control the whole time. Bus trying to get some back points. Trainer rolling through. Another one where you have a senior and a sophomore.
Yeah, the experience is, here comes that Cradle series again. My goodness. Yeah, we had that stop, what for here? Potentially dangerous? Had an injury out there.
It wasn't potentially dangerous, just an injury, so they get the back points to Phillipsburg. It's now 6-0.
Well, I feel better. Your son just checked with the writers. The writers all had 34-6, so I guess the next thing we have to do is go over at the scoring table and find out what's going on over there. Because I'm sure that was a...
That wasn't a tech fall.
No, 17-3. The stalling warning on Kingsway. Oh my.
Yeah, nice job though. Trainer fighting it off.
3-point near fall.
9-0.
Wow.
First amateur wrestling news coming out the 21st of December with their latest rankings, and Brandon Becker of Kingsway, the 4th ranked wrestler at 145 pounds, folks. We might not get to see him.
That would be a shame. but we'll see him as the season goes along. Oh my, oh brother.
Power move there.
Oh. Oh my.
There you can see how close.
Nice stretching him out. Oh brother. Trainer doing a marvelous job just trying to keep his back off the mat. Oh my.
Got it. 3 seconds left.
Wow.
40 to 6. I'm going to add and minus here at the same time with the scoreboard.
Those bonus points are unbelievable by Phillipsburg today.
Phillipsburg, I think, had 5 pins,
Yes.
even though it was close. 5 pins the first time they wrestled Kingsway. But we'll take a break. We'll be right back. 130 pounds. We're back at Kingsway Regional High School. Phillipsburg leads 40-6 over Phillipsburg's 130 pounds. Steve Gray, a sophomore, 3-2. And it's Kyle McRoberts, 2-3, a junior for Phillipsburg. Of course, Gray last year wrestled 103 pounds, Voj.
Yes. They had a great year.
Yep. That's that growth spurt. I graduated high school in 1977, Voj. I had my growth spurt from 77 to 97.
Gray 21-5 a year ago. Got a 2-point takedown.
Gray beat Chris Reed last year, 11-1. Reed wrestled at 103, I guess, that time for Phillipsburg. All not in the lineup at that time. Gray just putting on a nice little show here.
He's got a... Oh my. Nice move.
Roberts, a junior, but his first year on varsity, and Gray's putting it to him and got the pin. 40-12, 1 minute.
Wow. Nice move by Gray.
Now it's 140 pound class. One-liners, TJ Barber. 135, I'm sorry, Gabe Trembleer. Hello there, myself, and Gregory Ross.
135 pounds, Gabe Trembleer, a senior with a 2-2 record for Phillipsburg, and for Kingsway, Greg Ross, a junior with a 5-2 record, lost twice in the Beast of the East tournament. Scoreboard still showing 41 to 12. We have 40-12. Question is, was that a major decision at 119 pounds or a tech fall? We'll soon have the answer to that. Mr. Mondelli will fill us in as we get underway. Greg Ross battling for the takedown.
Voj, where the newspapers and us and the Kingsway coaches had that 17-3 at 119, it was ruled a tech fall, so it is 41-12.
2-point takedown for Ross. Tech fall how? 2 points were missing somewhere? Was it 19-3?
I guess.
Okay. And I guess that would have to be at 6 minutes because they finished the match.
And that's what I thought they did, but there was still a continuation of the other moves, so I didn't think that would have been a tech fall, but both people at the books have it, so we'll assume that's right, 41-12 right now.
We'll take it.
Let's face it, it's not going to make a difference in this match.
Not in this match, no. 41-12. Greg Ross with the lead in this individual bout.
we saw Ross last year. He had, some pretty tough matches last year. He wrestled Mike Weber against, I think, of Kittatinny in the semifinals. Very tough. And Weber lost to Manchio in the finals. And he wrestled Karis Cooper tough in the dual meet.
Yes, he did. Greg Ross with a 5-2 record this year, 9-3 in his short career.
Also played, I think, linebacker for the Group 2 champion Dragons in football. Trembleer's strength is his strength. They say he's strong. Not a whole lot of experience as a senior. He had not a whole lot of varsity experience. So.
Twice Greg Ross getting a 1 count. But you need 2 to get points, so it's going to be 2-0 after 1.
Nice move by Ross.
Nice move.
Impressed by Ross, Vogeding.
Yes.
Gotta watch it, doesn't get a little sloppy here. We talked about the strength of Trembleer.
There's a reversal.
6'2", and he has Ross in a little trouble.
He's got that arm bar there. He's got that arm trap.
Nice move by Ross, fighting off his back. 6'2", or not to go on his back. Trembleer again trying to work it though. Ross grabbing the leg, trying to get to it. If he can pop that head through, he might get the reversal.
Illegal. 1 point. Ross got the point for an illegal move there, penalty point. So it's now 7-2. Locking hands. Locking hands, 1 point. That's the second penalty point. Next one would be 2 points.
8-2 lead. Still 21 seconds to wrestle in the second period. Trying to work that move again. Ross has done a great job every time fighting it off. He's not going to get any back points here. Ran out of time. Greg Ross leads 8-2 as we go into the third period.
Came very close to getting a reversal on back points. Trembleer did. Phillipsburg's choice takes a neutral position.
That strength he's trying to use. We talked about it, but he's going to get caught. Ross doing a nice job trying to spin around, but Trembleer fighting it off.
Trembleer with the takedown.
8-4. Almost turned Ross a couple times. He's going to try it one more time. If not, he's got to think about letting him go.
Yeah, Ross is battling him hard on the bottom. He's got to be careful with his arm trapped. close to a stalemate situation.
Stalling against Kingsway. Go back to the center, 8-4 lead for Greg Ross.
Oh my.
Going for it all right here. 30 seconds left, he has to.
Wow. Just missed. Ross has got to start moving. He's going to get hit with a stalling call.
Well, he has the luxury of a 4-point lead, so that's one good thing, and 20 seconds left. And there's the other point. It's going to come right now. Greg Ross will hold on to win 8-4. That was a tough match. 8-4 though, 41-15.
Wow.
Last year 49-16. So, you know, we're right around that same ballpark.
Yeah.
Now wrestling 140 pounds.
Well, and you figure that Becker is probably going to get 6 points. Let's see what they do here.
Now wrestling PJ Bud for the Dragons, Mark Barber.
PJ Bud Jr., Mark Barber Jr. Barber's 1-2. Bud is unbeaten, 5-0.
Well, we're looking at pretty substantial difference here at the end.
Bud in on the legs. Gets the 2-footed takedown, takes a 2-0 lead, 17 seconds into the match. Barber, reversal, 2-2. Mark's younger brother Nick started things off for Kingsway, gave them an early 3-0 lead with a win at 152. Since then, though, it's been all Phillipsburg. We have a blood time out here. First blood of the year, Voj.
You know, Phillipsburg just does such a nice job after that opening bout loss. I mean, come right back with a fall to take a 6-3 lead, and then just the momentum from there. The bleeding wasn't stopped until you reached Toronto at 112 pounds. That's why Phillipsburg is considered one of the top teams in the state, and that's why Kingsway scheduled them. This can do nothing but improve the Kingsway program in the long run. As you mentioned, one senior in the lineup today for Kingsway.
Yeah, I think next year, if you look around South Jersey, I mean, Absegami's always tough. Paulsboro is going to lose a lot this year. I mean, in the county, I mean, Delsey's going to be strong too, but you know, Kingsway, I think, will turn out to be the powerhouse in Gloucester County the next couple of years.
Well, that's certainly what it looks like here.
And this community's just growing.
Yeah, that's the point. The point is they're a Group 2 school now. How long will it be before they're a Group 3 school? And with that comes numbers. But as Greg Troxel, the Phillipsburg coach, said, even though they're a Group 4 school and even though they were a Group 4 runner-up last year, they still only have 35 bodies in the practice room. That's barely enough to put 2 teams out on the mat.
Which is interesting, Village, because I look at a school like Kingsway. Yeah, you talk about the numbers growing, but they have a great midget program, a lot of participation here.
Yeah. You saw the intentional escape there given up by Mark Barber. So if you let him up,
gotta take him down.
Take him down. Wow.
And he just might, and he does.
There you go. Power move by Barber.
4-2. wrestling bloodlines with Barbers and Dukas, huh?
Barbers and Dukas. Several wrestled at Paulsboro, several wrestled at Gateway. This Barber is the son of Mark Barber, who wrestled at Gateway High School. Related to Gene Barber, the former wrestler at Paulsboro and Camden County College and the College of New Jersey, who's been a long-time coach at Absegami High School now.
Nice job by Mark Barber. Look out, though. Got no trouble. Nice job to control it.
Locking hands. Better miss to that.
He's in a little bit of trouble here, though.
Uh-oh.
Period ends.
You got a locking hands, you got a reversal, and you got back points. Let's see how it all pans out.
Eight, 4 maybe? Is that what you would have, Vogue?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-4 should be the score.
That's what it is, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was 4-2 when that flurry started, Kingsway leading. And then Phillipsburg got a reversal, they got a 3-point near fall, and they got that penalty point for locking hands. You don't stop the match when that penalty point is signified. And that's what happened. P.J. Budd doing a very good job. 5-0 going in, so you know it wasn't going to be a...
No. Never an easy time.
No. 41-15, the team score. Decided several matches back. Uh-oh. They love that cradle series. Uh-oh. Oh my.
There's the pin.
Wow.
332.
Wow. Wow. And you just may see a forfeit here.
Makes it 47-15, and we go down to the last match. They're going to send somebody out, it looks like.
Good. They'll send that Ed Ahart.
Well, he rated 151, so no. Might be Ryan Toff. Sean Bryce, S-H-A-W-N, Bryce, B-R-I-C-E.
Wow.
Weighed in at 140 pounds. Hey, give Phillipsburg credit for sending somebody out there against Becker, one of the top wrestlers in the country at this weight class. Oh, Bryce with nothing to lose. Get right after Becker.
Sean Bryce not impressed one bit.
Yet.
Uh-oh.
Right, Coach?
There you go, takedown.
Becker's only lost this year coming in the Beast to the East to Brian Stiff.
From Cox in Virginia. We'll see him in the Deep Creek tournament.
We won't.
You're not coming down with me, huh?
No, I already told my wife what I'm doing. Nothing.
You'd enjoy it. You see one of the best teams in the country down there in Great Bridge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Becker's got his man in jeopardy. He's got back points counting.
By the way, Stiff's ranked number 2 in the country at 145. Brandon Becker is ranked 4th.
Oh my. Oh my. Got him close. Very, very close. Very close. Oh, brother.
Of course, the scoreboard now reads 0-0, so we know that's wrong. 2-0 the score. Back points coming up. 37 seconds. A long time to fight off on your back, too.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it's even tighter now. There it is.
I think he's impressed now, Boge.
Yes. 1 minute, 29 seconds.
47-22, the final score. Phillipsburg defeats Kingsway.
47-21.
15. Yeah, 21. I can't even add. First match of the year. 47-21. We'll take a break. We'll wrap it up after this timeout.
Welcome back to Kingsway Regional High School, 47-21, the final, Phillipsburg over Kingsway. We're joined by Greg Troxel. And Greg, an impressive effort. Coming into the match, were you thinking to be a little bit closer?
Oh, no question. I mean, you know, we really pulled some close wins out there, as you can see. We definitely would never have predicted a 26-point match here today. We knew we probably were slightly favored and probably had a little better team, but no way would we have ever predicted some of our kids to turn out some of those matches the way they turned out. I'm very, very pleased with our performance today.
Talk about the new change with the draw out of the hat, starting out at 152. Do you think that benefited you or benefited Kingsway?
I don't think there was really much of a benefit for either team today. Throughout the wrestling season, I think there may be some benefits, but particularly today, I don't know. If anything, it may have slightly was a disadvantage for Kingsway. They had their closer in Becker that would be able to finish last, but I think a lot of things had to go right for them up top, and they got off to a really rough start. And I think sometimes that could really deflate your team, and I think you may have seen that a little bit of that today. Once they had to fall at 171, where we bumped up posting up on Villecco, I think that really took some steam out of them, and so maybe starting that high might have been a little disadvantage for them, but starting off without the match having started yet, I'm not real sure it was really a disadvantage.
Now, South Jersey, we had a chance to see you 4 times last year, twice against Absegami, Kingsway, and Paulsboro. That team compared to this team, where do you guys stand right now?
It's a very good question. I think we're a little more balanced this year. We don't have the guns like a Riss Miller or a Kapinski. We've got a couple kids that probably have some state medal contention, but it's probably a little more balanced this year than we had last year. But this team can go with any team in the state right now. From Paulsboro to Absegami to Hunter and Central to Kittatinny, all the top teams, we're wrestling them. Every one of them are on our schedule, and that's what we put a schedule like this together so we can be competitive with the best in the state and get ourselves back to that #1 team in the state.
Yeah, we were talking about that schedule. At one point in the schedule, you have Kittatinny, Absegami, and Easton back to back to back. Is that something you guys try to do to prepare for the tournament?
I don't think so. I think it's just kind of landed that way. It'd be nice to have 1 or 2 decent matches a week like that, but to have 3 is really difficult. Just in order to make weight is tough. Let alone some of your kids really get beat up pretty good, and they have to bounce back the next day or 2 days later. There's some soreness that they have to work out, and psychologically, some of the kids sometimes have a tough time coming back. So it's not something we try to do, but just with our scheduling, if you want to get all those teams in there, you're going to have to come some weeks with 2 or 3 tough matches.
Okay, Vogue?
Greg, I think the thing that was impressive today was the number of bonus points your kids got. They were very, very aggressive, and it looks like they were in a great frame of mind going into it. We talked before the match started about being focused, and you kind of indicated you thought they were focused. They sure proved it today.
There's no question about that. We knew coming in that this past week we had North Hunterdon. We wrestled Bloomfield, North Hunterdon, and obviously a very talented Kingsway team. So there was no getting ready type preseason this year. This was all business preseason. There's nobody in the state that worked hard on us this preseason. Our kids are in mid-season form, and we had to be there in mid-season form, psychologically and also physically, and through our conditioning and our technique. We're right where we need to be right now to wrestle the best in the state, and we had to be. And I think that's why you saw some impressive performances this week from our program against North Hunterdon and Kingsway, because we truly set out some high goals for ourselves, knew we were going to have to get in shape and be really ready physically for the type of schedule we had at the start of the season. We've got a little bit of a break now. Next week we come back with Brick Memorial Tournament, and then we come back the following week. But we have a little lull now that we can kind of get our feet together, kind of see where guys are going to go, come down the stretch of the season. But we knew we could not go in this week with a 2-1 win-loss. We had to go 3-0 this week in order to get ourselves in position to win a state championship, and that's exactly what we did.
And I think it's going to pay off with the rest of the season. I think getting out of the chute like this, especially in the Hunterdon Warren County tournament, you were 3rd in that tournament.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and that's at the beginning of the year. That's not unusual. I mean, people aren't in real great shape yet, on a break here and a break there, and you're wrestling 6 or 8 or 10 other teams in a tournament. But to go head-to-head like this and come out with a 3-0 record this week, impressively like you did, this is a good omen for the year.
No question. This is great. This is a great start. This is what we needed. This is what our kids needed heading into the holiday season. And, I don't think you can find a more fired up group. This group is fired up, and I think that's where you see bonus points. You get a kid like one of our kids that gets this kid near the back, and there's nothing that fires a kid up more than getting a fall, especially in an atmosphere like this. And I think that's why you're seeing some more bonus points.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Greg. Great team effort today.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Vogue? Impressive win by Phillipsburg. As we talked about, Kingsway, just one senior in the lineup today. Their day's going to come.
Kingsway is a very, very impressive team. The basic instincts are out there, the basic things. I think maybe they were a little bit intimidated today when Villecco got pinned for one. I think the floodgates opened at that point. They came out, they won the very first match, and that was a good omen. But then to lose like 6 or 7 in a row, the bouts that they did, it just started to snowball on them. And they're a very, very young team, one senior in the lineup today, and they're going to be good. They're going to be good. I think people are going to have a lot of fun watching them this year. We said this on your show last week. People following Kingsway are going to have a fun year.
Okay, well, final score, 47-21. Phillipsburg's the winner. For John Vogeding, I'm John Mondelli. Have a nice holiday. We'll see you next time.